No pre-show, or we're having a pre-show.
We're having this is the pre-show now. I just hit the button. So, I mean, I guess technically this is the pre-show. So it's
But you
already
just
9 o'clock.
said, but you just said, let's go for it. When you say go for it, it usually means that we're going for it like we've been in a pre-show mode.
Oh,
Are
crap.
we
Well,
in a
let's
pre-show
just,
or not?
well, fine. Let's do the show then.
I have Halloween fingernails today.
We can't see your fingernails yet.
I can. That's what's most important. I didn't paint them for you. I really painted them for me. I'm really too old for this jazz, but that's all right.
All right. Welcome in to Bacon in Your Mailbox. She's the dancing fool there. By the way,
smarter people dance, right? The more you dance, the smarter you are.
That's
you
what
told
we
me
said
that
on Tuesday. Yeah. I'm Greg
You
Milby,
said
community
it's
storyteller. Yeah. Okay. She is the fancy fingernail, white teeth, eyeglass wearing community admirer, Jana Clark.
They're really dark. They're for Halloween.
I can see that. They're dark.
I know. Typically not my usual color.
Yeah, we're not going there. I'm not getting into the fingernail talk.
Why not?
Well, I mean, okay, I guess we can. I mean, I don't really know. I don't go get manicures and pedicures like you fancy people do.
I mean, I talk about trucks and camping and your farm videos. Why can't we talk about fingernails?
Okay, I guess we can. But we did right before you went on vacation.
That is very true. I had to get rid of that because, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I owe you one.
All right, welcome into Bacon in Your Mailbox. This is show number 60, believe it or not.
Goodness gracious.
So we originally thought the show would last maybe 6 episodes. So we put a 0 on the end of that now. How crazy is that?
And we're still friends. Shocker.
I know it. Shocker. Good morning to our friend, Carter Blankenship.
Hi, Carter.
Always got to get that in first thing. And then this show would not be a show, if that's what we're calling it, without our Bacon Nights. And so we salute our Bacon Nights. Jay Hobbs, our first poster of the day.
Jay Hobbs, who's a year older than he was on Tuesday, kinda.
Yeah. You know, he came to the office and shared a pour with us.
Very nice.
I think he shared 2 with Kenny, but I had to leave. I had a video shoot. So
nice.
Good.
Spreading the birthday love.
It was some birthday love. And then there's Vicky. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Yeah, there's a few bacons there.
Vicky is as shocked that we're 60 as we are.
Yeah. And there's my arch enemy, my arch nemesis, if I could spit that out, Morgan Castor.
Oh, you love Morgan. Morgan, he loves you. That's just his way. He's 5th grader.
Yeah.
The more he hates you, the more he loves you.
I only like Morgan because of this guy, J.R. Castor. He made
Got
it.
It.
So it's good. So Ken, he's in with bacon.
Good morning, y'all.
Stuff. Yeah, we're rocking and rolling. And Brian Dennis. Now we can definitely start the show. Brian's in here as well.
Brian's here.
Yeah.
Get on with it.
All right. So as we get started today, we'll go to the weather forecast first because how ridiculous is this?
Because it's like summer.
Normally our high is 66 degrees for this time of year.
Wow.
We're partly sunny and warm, and AccuWeather says 82. Wave 3 is saying like 85. So either way, we're in the 80s. Clear and 62 tonight, and then we get the cold front coming in tomorrow. We get a 50% chance of afternoon thunderstorms and high of 76. Looks like a wet night for Friday night football for some folks too.
I was going to say, is that when the bottom drops out and it goes from summer to winter in like 20 hours?
Then we get a ton of rain, I think, Friday night.
Gosh, we've had a lot of rain earlier this week. I was at a football game last night, a middle school football game, and it was humid and cool and damp. It was very kind of eerie feeling. The air was very thick. It's weird.
I left when I went out yesterday. Gosh, I don't know what time it was. It was later in the morning. It had already gotten hot, and I was like, wow, how did this happen?
Mm-hmm.
So it had gotten hot pretty quick. So that's good. Sports. Did you watch last night? Game 2 of the World Series?
So they were ahead. I think they were up 6-2 the last time I turned it off. But I love it that the series is tied because I want it to be good and I want it to be competitive.
Yeah. Tampa Bay Rays beat the LA Dodgers game 2, 6-4. Again, the series is tied at 1 game each. Game 3 is Friday night at 8:00. So.
Are they staying in Arlington?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's their bubble.
Yeah, okay. I think that's where I think is that where the Dodgers have been most of the time, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. National Football League. Battle of teams with one win. The Giants and the Eagles tonight at 8:20. So if you want to watch that, you can get into that too. So
goodness. I love the sports picking up a little bit.
Yeah, had to get back into it some.
It's nice.
Speaking of the sport of debate tonight, presidential debate. And they are it's in at is it Belmont? I think it's a Belmont University.
Belmont in Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are going to mute the microphones of the opponent.
Right.
At the beginning of each segment.
Right. What do you think about that?
I'm all for it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's really the only option. I mean, I think you can put all the rules in place you want. And obviously that's really the only thing that you know for sure, because this is the last and final time. If you want to, if you haven't voted or haven't made up your mind yet, this is the last and final time for impressions to be made. And so to keep it as organized as possible and stay on topic, I think that was their only choice. So yeah. I probably won't watch it, but I'll catch clips on the news or I'll get some social media backdrop, but I probably won't watch it. Will you watch it?
No, because football's on. I'll probably watch football. But here's the thing with me. We've changed. So we're down to just 12 days left.
Yeah.
Until election day. And we've had close to 40 million people have already cast their ballots. And a survey shows that, only a third of voters will show up at the polls on election day. That is according to the survey, which I never trust those things anyway. But first of all, can we move past the fantasy now that this is election day? This is like Major League Baseball's. This election season is longer than Major League Baseball's season.
Honestly. And it really, and it will be unlike any other. I don't even know when that we'll have results on election day, which makes it even stranger on the back end. Like we haven't even gotten all that craziness yet.
Yeah, it's going to be bonkers. That's sure. Matt Kitt says more like presidential arguments. Yeah, it'll be.
Yeah.
They'll figure out a way. We can only hope they throw stuff at each other.
That would be fun.
Instead
at their plexiglass, see what sticks.
As they're interrupting, they can't speak, so they just throw something there. I don't know.
Spitball fight.
Yeah, and I know that's childish. I mean, we should be able to listen to them, but they're not going to.
That's okay.
Hey, fun fact from Jay Hobbs. Jacob, his oldest, who plays basketball at Lipscomb University, will only be 5 blocks from the debate.
That's right there. That's right.
Yeah. You know who else played basketball at Lipscomb University?
Who?
Dr. Holt, cardiologist. Dr. Holt played basketball.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he played ball there.
I was going to say, he's like 9 feet tall. I was going to say, you didn't think he played basketball?
Listen, I didn't know where he played. It doesn't surprise me at all to know that he did play.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's a fun fact, as Jay would say. Fun fact. One time I was at E-Town Swim and Dr. Holt got in the pool to swim laps. The dude is so tall, he just flows through the water. I got out of the pool because I looked like I was drowning anyway.
3 strokes, he's at the end.
Exactly. Somebody like that. I didn't want to be in the lane next to him. And the ladies were doing the water aerobics or whatever. I got out of the pool. I'm like, this is not even worth it. I don't want to look that stupid.
So funny. And he has this deep voice too. I don't know. It's not that it's unexpected, but he has a very distinct voice, deep voice too.
Yeah.
I'll be so thrilled to know we're talking about him on the show today.
Yeah. He's a great guy. I'm sure he watches the show, right?
Hello, of course.
I'll message him and tell him, hey, you got to watch this. We actually talked about you today.
That's right.
So
We said
Ken
good
brings up a
stuff.
point. He says he's already voted, so his obligation is over. No need to watch the debates. Do you think people that have already voted will still watch the debate? Maybe because it's just such a train wreck?
Yes, I do. I think they'll watch it for entertainment purposes, not to be swayed. I am with someone else who mentioned this the other day at a meeting I was in. I wish that there was some magic button that, because I've already voted. I ordered my ballot and I took it and put it in the little box myself. I wish that there was some magic button that now I can't see, hear, or read anything political because my duty is done. But it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to get mine done. I meant to go over there the other day. I ran out of time. I don't want to get too close to it, and I'm not going to do it on election day, just in case, because apparently the process is pretty simple. I don't know what it's like in LaRue County or Meade County or Grayson County for people that watch this program there, but in Hardin County, I think they've done well and have got people through the line pretty quick.
Absolutely, I've heard only great things.
Yeah. All right, so today, if you were looking for a reason to celebrate, today is Eat a Pretzel Day.
Eat a Pretzel Day?
Uh-huh.
I brought a little baggie of pretzels with me in my office today.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's also National Knee Day and National Nut Day. I didn't want to say those together because personally, I get a little uncomfortable when you put those words together in the same sentence as a guy.
Yeah.
Guys know what I'm talking about.
Close, especially if there's significant force involved.
Right. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Right. Nobody's got time for that.
And it's also, it is also International Caps Lock Day.
Oh, I know we've had this discussion before.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Actually, I think that there should be a little committee of a team of people that go around and remove that button from people's keyboards if they don't know how to treat it with the utmost of respect.
Do we really need that button anymore?
No, we don't need that button. We're one or the other. Either we should use it for the first of sentence, for capital of each first of each sentence. Sorry about that. Or not at all, or just go all lower cap, and that's acceptable. But don't hit that cap lock.
I
Stay
just
away from the cap lock.
Because that whole thing of yelling at everybody with the cap lock on, I just
your friend.
Now I will write radio commercials or voiceovers in all caps just so it's easier to see.
Right.
It's just a part of it, but I could change the font bigger. If they took the cap lock off, I'll just hold it.
If you didn't have a cap lock, you would still be able to just make it bigger. So see, you don't even really need it.
Yeah. Look,
not needed.
Ken's throwing in his cap locks with a Go Pack Go.
Yeah.
And then Jay is being Jay. What? Dot.
We should have known. We should have known all this was coming. We're asking for it, Greg.
Yeah.
We just opened that door so wide.
Oh, it's funny. So there's this guy, and we've mentioned him before, Lazarus Lake. Look him up. He's got a race called the Bartley Marathon, which is the craziest race ever. And he has another one called Big's Backyard Ultra, which started this past Saturday. And it's, I want to say 75 runners start. It's a 4.25 mile loop. Everybody runs. You've got an hour to finish that loop. And once you finish that loop, you don't have to go to the bell rings at the top of the next hour.
Right.
You go to, there's one runner left. And I want to say it was over 60 hours it took. It was 280 some odd miles they got
My
to.
goodness.
Which, fun fact, the guy that finished was the second person left because he didn't win and he didn't finish second. There's only one winner. Harvey Lewis from Cincinnati stayed in a hotel in E-Town the night before last when he was coming back from Tennessee at Laz's place. Stayed in a hotel in E-Town, came down to Running Souls and got his running shoes from Will Rivera and actually ran through downtown yesterday after running 283 miles over the previous 4 days.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. How about that for a fun fact?
That's an awesome fun fact.
Yeah. You just never know who's around.
You don't.
Yeah. Because he is, that's a crazy, your mental game has to be up there. But I bring that up because Lazarus Lake, when he would write, every hour he would write a description of what's happening at the race because it's not a spectator type event there.
Sure.
He always writes in lowercase. Doesn't capitalize anything.
He's quick. That means he's a pretty fast. That means that you type fast because you just need to keep going.
But I like his style because he is a great writer. I love to read his stuff. Sometimes he really gets into the weeds and says some cool stuff.
Yeah.
But the whole not capitalizing the beginning of the sentence and certain words, I was fine with.
So. Funny what you can get used to, or what people really are very accepting of, and that all lowercase. I mean, it's just a sign of the times, really.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm in a hurry. Got to get it done.
Yep. No time for an extra button.
So today is also Clean Up the Earth Day. It's exactly 6 months after Earth Day. It's a day to reflect on the progress that has been made to make a cleaner world in the past half year, and a day to redouble efforts to make the world a cleaner place in the future. So
nice.
Celebrate that.
What are you going to do to celebrate that?
I'm thinking about going for a run later today at Buffalo Lake.
There you go.
And I may call it plogging.
Plogging?
Yeah. That's plogging is where you go out and you pick up trash.
Yep.
While running.
Yep.
So I may do that.
Just tie on a bag. Yeah. Yep. That's awesome.
And today is also National Color Day. It's about learning how colors can affect both body and mind.
Fascinating.
And it encourages people to learn about how colors can influence your mood, your emotions, your productivity, and your behavior.
That means that you need more blue in your world and less red.
No.
That's pretty much what you just said. That is basically what you just said.
No.
Red
invokes energy.
What does blue invoke?
Rage.
That's not true.
I don't know. I'm sure blue's I think blue is the same thing too. I think it's blue and red. Now, but I was not our fitness room when we finished the basement. We wanted it to have a specific color, and we wanted the mood to be lightened, so we painted it red.
Awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be blue. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. You do have on blue and red today, because you know what blue and red makes?
Purple.
Very good. Ding, 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 ding.
I was just guessing. I was bad at art.
Did you look down at your shirt to see what color it was?
No, I looked at my camera to see what color it was. So
you're smarter than me. I probably would have gone like this.
Brian Dennis wanted to know whatever happened with Buffalo Trail. Is E-Town getting the national run? So on Saturday, this mountain biking, NICA came to town, and they analyzed their trails, and it apparently, and they kind of looked at the infrastructure around, and I was there. I did an interview with them, which I'm going to post tomorrow. I think I just haven't had time to put it together, but, they met with the mayor, they met with all kinds of different people. And I was there for that meeting. They were very encouraged by how far ahead that trail is, because they come in and give suggestions on what you need to do to be able to have a national event.
Yes.
We've got the hotels right there off of Commerce Drive where they would have the event, the parking, the space.
I wondered about the parking. So they would use hotel, like they would park, they're able to park a little further away. So we have enough space for that. Right.
Yeah. And that road, Commerce Drive, from that point down, there's only 3 houses on the end of that road. It's pretty much a dead end road. So they could use that as some parking as well.
Yeah.
And then there's that field there potentially. I mean, they were very, very excited about the opportunities and about the hotels being there. So, I mean, there was no decision made. It wasn't going to be made then, but walking out of there, I felt very confident we're going to have a national middle school, high school mountain bike event, and maybe some other mountain bike events there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very encouraging. I was very pleased with how the feedback that they gave us as far as our community and surroundings and that sort of thing. So
yeah. And I'm looking forward. We will have a trail race back there again next year.
Fun.
We did last year, but of course with COVID, we usually haven't. I think it would have been this weekend. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a 10K trail race, so it'll happen again. So
I love it.
And fall colors are beautiful now. So if you want to get out and hike, get out and walk, man. It's beautiful.
So good. And really today's the day before things start to go downhill, maybe tomorrow morning, because the days of being able to do that are become fewer and fewer. And then that dreaded day where you have to change the clocks. Actually, I shouldn't have even brought that up because that just depresses me because I don't like it when it gets dark earlier.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Yeah,
and if you want to get the colors, you better get out there, because if we get a
that's
bunch of
true.
heavy rain, that's going to change a lot of stuff.
Very true.
So we'll do that. All right. So I had a bunch of notes to go through. I want to talk about this because with it being fall, and one of the traditions that I like to do, and Jennifer and the boys don't really follow along anymore, but the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
Oh, so much controversy.
Love that show.
Yes.
If you haven't heard, Apple TV announced that they've acquired the rights to Charlie Brown TV specials, not just that one, but the other ones.
Right.
So for the first time in maybe history, which goes back to 1966, there will be no Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown on broadcast TV next week.
Right. Which means it won't be on the schedule of a major network as a, 7:00 or 7:30 showing on your TV. You have to get you're going to have to go get it if you want to see it.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
Well, I guess you don't have to subscribe if you want to watch it on October 30th through the 1st. So, I mean, I guess that's an option. Yep. I don't know. Everything's changing. I mean, TV's not the same as it used to be and that kind of stuff, but I hate losing that tradition.
Goes to show you, though, that how much of a tradition and how much of a mainstream draw that something like that is, because it's not unusual for someone to buy the rights to something and change how they distribute it at all. I mean, that's the way it works. This is not unusual, but that one little thing it's interesting how it's caused a little bit of a scuttle, right?
It has. Yep. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of it. And Morgan says further proof that 2020 is pudding.
Yeah.
Because that's what that is, pudding, right?
Yeah. It's true.
So
a blob of pudding.
So Jay wants to know, when is Leave the Clock Alone Day? Leave the Clock Alone Day is next weekend, I believe.
It's Halloween. It's like it's the Saturday. It's overnight Saturday, but it's actually Sunday morning, November 1st.
Yeah. So that's next weekend.
Yes.
How crazy is that?
And someone said there was a full moon, but I don't know if that's true.
We might have to go to the Google machine on that.
It's going to happen. 2020 is the year. Halloween, full moon, change the clocks, crazy stuff.
It may be, because I know October had 2 full moons in it.
Okay, well maybe it is.
So
someone check us on that.
We'll have to go to the Google machine on that. Mm-hmm. All right. So I found this story, and I think it's just a bit odd. Because everybody's making money weird ways now. You've got people that are TikTok famous that are making a little bit of money on TikTok and social media and OnlyFans, which I don't really get that.
What fans?
OnlyFans. If you ever don't go there.
Okay.
So OnlyFans, you can like if I did an OnlyFans page, well, one, it would be sad, but OnlyFans page, you can't get my content unless you subscribe, and you pay to subscribe, which you can do nudity or whatever you want. And there are people making a ton of money on OnlyFans. So anyway,
okay,
people make money all kinds of different ways, selling shoes now, baseball cards, bourbon on the secondary market.
Yeah.
Authorities in Central Florida have broken up a massive trafficking ring that was capturing wild flying squirrels and selling them to wealthy Asian collectors. They believe the poachers, which, by the way, they were selling these squirrels for upwards of $1,000 each.
Oh my gosh.
They believe the poachers may have sold up to 3,500 flying squirrels before being caught.
What do you do with a flying squirrel when you pay that much money for it?
I guess it's like a pet.
Oh my goodness. That scares me.
I'm just guessing, but apparently the officials were first tipped off by an anonymous call from a moose. You'll think about that. You know what I'm talking about. Rocky and Bullwinkle. I dug deep for that punchline.
Trying to save the Rockies. Hey, I got it right off the bat. I was trying to come up with some type of play off of Tiger King that had to do with Squirrel King or something. That's craziness. Next thing you know, there'll be a circus where you go watch them and you can feed them and play with them.
Yeah.
They fly. I'm telling you, that anything that moves unexpectedly and they're in that category scares me.
Well, you know what scares me? What scares me is this. There's a new
scared to
wellness. Oh. Morgan says I'm showing my age. Yeah.
Oh, the Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah, that's probably true.
Whatever. Don't judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this amazing little athlete that plays on Will's football team, and it's Cedric Dennis's son, but they call him Boo Boo, right? So I love it when he plays because it's kind of like when football players like that have nicknames. You kind of hear this ooh come out of the crowd because everybody's yelling Boo Boo, right?
Yeah.
And I turned around and I went, hey Boo Boo, and my son goes, why did you do that?
Mm. You know what I call that?
Forget it.
You know what I call that?
What?
Bad parenting. You didn't teach him that. He doesn't know about that. Oh, no. Speaking of that, so Brian Dennis's son, Brandon Dennis, and Camden Cox, and another kid, Ethan, can't think of his last name. They do a podcast. It is called, and we've mentioned before, A World Through Our Eyes. It's a teenager podcast. So yesterday we recorded it, which will be released tomorrow morning. Cool. All your podcasting platforms. So they started talking, their topic was parenting yesterday. And I had to grab a sweatshirt and stick it in my mouth. So I didn't say anything. Well, they were like, hey, Mr. Milby, would you like to be in the discussion? Well, yes, I would.
Well, of course I would.
So that it was a very interesting conversation with me and those two kids about parenting and about certain things, about grounding and discipline. I think we made some headway in the discussion.
Interesting. I can't wait till listen.
It is it's interesting. It really is. I was very impressed with their conversation, and I don't think Brandon expected to have his mind changed, which, by the way, Brian, you are welcome.
Checks in the mail, Milby.
Yeah. Brian says, why do you think of me when you mentioned bad parenting? No, I didn't think of you. I mentioned your son because your son brought the topic up in his podcast.
Right. So now you won't have to worry about bad parenting. Greg's just helping you do it.
Right. And it's so one of the discussions was about tasks. Like, why is making the bed so important? I said, well, it's not. Well, why do they ask us to do it? And I said, because it's a task.
Yes.
It's about completing the task, not so much what you're doing. It's about doing it and learning responsibility.
Yes.
And consequences for not completing your tasks of responsibility. So anyway, so it was pretty good. And then
I said so.
So before we did the podcast, we talked about the Live 360 app and how a lot of kids don't like that the parents can track them.
Interesting.
After having the discussion, Brandon did not bring it up because he didn't want to get eaten alive. So he decided not to do that. So
it is a helpful tool.
And like I told him, I mean, hey, I'm responsible for my kids until they're 18 years of age. So if the court tells me I got to know where they are, I'm darn sure going to make sure I know where they are. So
that's right.
And I paid the bill. Buy your own cell phone.
Yep.
So, all right, we're getting close to the pirate joke, by the way. You need to get yourself warmed up. So,
okay.
Here's a new wellness trend. They say started in the Netherlands and is now expanding across Europe and the United States. So maybe, some of our friends over in Sicilia can help us out, or some of our farming friends. It's called cow hugging.
Oh.
Or co-knuffelen is what it's called in Dutch. I'm sure I'm not saying it right, but it's co-knuffelen.
God bless you.
They say hugging a cow helps reduce stress by releasing the hormone oxytocin.
Oh my gosh. That sounds like the most stress-inducing activity ever.
I don't think all these people have been to the farms that I've been to. Some of these cows aren't into that. I
agree. That's a scary thing in my mind.
So according to these people, cows are the best farm animals for it due to their warm body temperature and calm nature. And animal experts say the cows get a benefit too from cow hugging.
What would that benefit be to a cow?
I didn't read that far into it because I didn't want to know.
They just have fun. They just have cow conversations after we're gone about how silly that was. That's why. They get a good laugh out of it.
They're like, that was utterly ridiculous.
Exactly.
That's no
Move
bull.
them out of my way.
I think we should try that. You want to go try it? We'll do a road show. You and I will find maybe over at Thomas Dairy Farm.
I'll produce that episode. You star in it. I will produce it with my own little sad iPhone, and you can go for it.
I mean, I think we could expand this program and have like scientific research.
Listen.
Maybe Jay Hobbs would do it.
Do you know what I thought when you said the first word when you said cows? Do you know what came to my mind? You said health and wellness, activity, Cecilia, local farms, and cows. Can you guess where my brain went?
Thomas Dairy Farm. Oh, cow tipping.
Yes, that's what I thought you were going to say. You know what cow tipping is, right?
Maybe. Okay. You've done cow tipping. You're from Arkansas.
So many times.
Yeah. People don't believe you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's bad, but it's funny.
Yeah, it is. So Morgan says that hugging for 26 seconds does the same thing. No need to dodge cow pudding. Just hug a friend.
There you go.
You can't be doing that, Morgan.
Well, that's true. It has to be someone you're already exposed to, because 26 seconds.
Yeah.
Plus, can you imagine trying to hug somebody you don't know really well for 26 seconds? That would be the longest hug ever.
Yeah.
I'd have to smack somebody.
Look, it's just proof that Amy Powers is right. She's right on the wavelength with us. Cow tipping. Yeah. She was on it. So,
yep.
And then Stacy Reynolds says, going to hug a hamburger later today. Same thing, basically. You're right. There you go.
Listen. Hug a hamburger. I like that better.
Send me a picture of you hugging a hamburger. I want to see that. You know, that won't look weird. That won't look weird at all.
It's a great idea.
All right, so maybe we'll work on that. We'll get Stacy and we'll get Jay Hobbs. And we got to have the ladies' perspective too. Maybe Amy Powers will go with us. Morgan, I think Morgan would just punch the cow, and then we'd get in trouble for that. So
it sounds like a rowdy good time.
Yeah. And then Morgan's bringing up, I can't be breaking swings either, but that's happening. Whatever, Morgan. So, by the way, Lyrics and Laughs podcast releases tomorrow morning as well.
Okay.
We had already done the song Swinging, so we couldn't do that again. So the whole story about how Joe Bennett, myself, and Nick from our office broke Kenny's porch swing is discussed tomorrow on the podcast when we feature Tracy Lawrence's If the World Had a Front Porch. So.
Oh, okay.
Don't expect to get a really in depth into the lyrics. It never gets there.
It's all about front porch swinging.
It was a whole lot
from your
about
perspective, not the song.
There was stuff everywhere in that podcast. I don't even know, but it's funny. So you need to make some time for that.
Like a flying squirrel.
Yeah. Amy says several things way more fun than cow hugging releases oxytocin. Google it. Yeah, I bet. Don't Google it on your work computer either.
Or your Chromebook.
You can't be doing that. All right. I tell you something that releases stress. It's a good joke.
So true.
Here we go. Let me.
Know
All right, it is that time as, you know what? I'm going to solo screen my friend, Jana Clark, because it's that time. There you go for Jana's pirate joke of the week.
That was a long drum roll.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sticking with the Halloween theme because I feel like it's doing me some justice during this month. So I got to come up with a couple more before Halloween, but here's today's. Why do pirates love Halloween?
I don't know, Jana. Why do pirates love Halloween?
Because they get to carve the pumpkins.
I'll go with that one. That's pretty good. I like that one. That was a good one.
Thanks. Shocker.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And, Vicky's on it too. Vicky loves the pirate jokes. I mean, she's on the carving the pumpkin. So
I practiced that one this morning on my son, and he goes, Mom, go away and come back when you have funnier pirate jokes. And I was like, they're all funny, Will. Come on.
That's when you tell Will, you say, you know what? You go away and you come back when you clean your room.
I know. No joke.
Get out of there. Hey, my dad wants to know if, Vicky says, ha, ha, ha. My dad wants to know if any fish died in your podcast last night. No, they did not. So, and PETA.
Why would you ask that, Greg?
So PETA, don't even get involved with this because they're feeder fish. So, and we are Eric and Joe. If you go to the Eric and Joe show, you realize they're idiots. And myself, we've already determined that I'm an idiot. And I'm not going to call Kenny Rambo an idiot because he's my boss, but he's an idiot. He's like us. We all do the same crap. I mean, we literally had a golf scramble last Friday in his front yard, and we made the fairways, tee boxes, and bought new flags for the poles. Anyway.
Nice.
So we might have wanted to purchase fish, one fish for each of us, all different colors.
Okay.
And might have wanted to place $10 wager each on whose fish got eaten first.
No,
But it didn't happen because our fish supplying place was closed because I don't know if they had a water leak or if there was an electrical issue or what, but Eric goes to purchase the fish and you can't go in.
Oh.
So my turtles didn't get any fish from Uncle Eric last night. So that'll have to be for next week.
Like you're totally going to have fish of different colors, and it's going to be it's like a cockfight, but in the aquarium.
Yeah, don't say that.
I'm sorry. It's an Aqua Battle.
It now that I've said it, it sounds even dumber.
It sounds so dumb. It's going to be funny.
But if you guys want to email me, we can get you in,
I mean, it's 2020. If you're going to be able to do this, it's this year. This is your year. This is it.
If there's one person that I know that will want to get in on this, it's the one that you're married to.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Probably. There's not even a probably to it, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm embarrassed to say it, but
that's funny.
Anyway, but
right. Listen, it's just me and you talking, Greg. Nobody's listening.
Right,
nobody
cares. This is
no
not going to end up. It's not going to end up on Facebook. It's not going to end up on YouTube, on my website, or even on IGTV. No,
it's all made up. None of this is real. None of this has ever happened, nor will it ever.
Right. I mean, I've never even met Jana.
No.
We were put together by a casting crew.
Exactly.
I mean, this is reality TV.
In a strange way. Yes.
In a strange way. All right. All right. Let's get everybody to reality. We'll get it done here and wrap it up. We'll do a little bacon bit segment here and talk about things that hopefully will interest you to discuss with your family or friends while you're, talking about fish and that.
Playing golf.
Did you know that a study found that 70% of pet owners sign their pet's name on greeting cards?
Oh, guilty.
You are. Okay. That was my next question. Okay.
Guilty. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Not judging.
My dogs give gifts. They sign cards. They leave you like little notes of encouragement. My dog, I mean, it's incredible how talented they are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good for them. I mean, tipsy. Yep. Yeah. Research shows that if you touch an item in a store, you are more likely to buy it.
I have heard that before. And I think about that sometimes when I'm shopping. Of course, now that's interesting because now you're not touching as much, right? Now you're really shopping more with your eyes. And I wonder how that works now.
Yeah, that's difficult,
I've heard
though.
that before.
That's very difficult for me. Like when I go to the Rural King, which
Yeah.
is my dad's favorite adult amusement park. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard not to want to touch some of the items there.
Yep. Well, I work in a visitor center where we have all these brochures and maps. And I mean, and so we have, instead of like a rack of brochures right now, we just have one in each slot because we want people to take them. We just want you, whatever you're touching, we just want you to go ahead and take it. Like we're encouraging people to take them as opposed to kind of looking through all of them with your hands. We just, just grab it and go. But it's interesting how it changes what you look at and what you touch.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Did you know in medieval times, the average person met about 100 people in their lifetime?
Oh my gosh. I wonder what that number is now.
Yeah. Whew. You think about who you're in contact with all the time now. It's totally different.
I know.
Yeah. Amy Powers says zooming in on Amazon is the same thing as touching things in a store.
2020. Yes, it is.
It is. Yeah, totally.
We got to have a whole discussion. Put this in your notes because we're so organized. We'll of course remember. We need to have a conversation on a future show.
I had notes today. Look at that. I got notes. That was our show lineup.
About Christmas shopping.
Okay.
And online and stores and how early you got to buy and when you buy it and how you do it. I need some help.
I think it's different this year than it's been in years past. Though.
I know. I need to call on my people. I'm going to put other people in charge of things that I'm shopping for. It's going to be awesome.
Right. I can't remember. I saw a stat of how many people apparently have already completed their Christmas shopping or their holiday shopping, as it said.
I don't like those people.
And I was like, my idea of holiday shopping right now is Halloween candy. And yeah, I've completed that and I've eaten half of it too. So anyway, so there is that. Yeah. And we do need to start doing some more topics so we can get discussion amongst our bacon nights on these. Like I want to bring up the topic but it's not, we won't do this today. We'll bring it up later, but it'll give you a little bit to think about. I was reading a thing where is chili a soup? Is chili a soup? Is it a stew or is chili just chili?
I have my own opinions on that.
And then we'll have to get into noodles and chili, beans and chili, or is it just beef? That needs to be a discussion maybe we have on Tuesday. We'll have the chili talk. Sure.
Definitely need to have the chili talk.
Yeah, because there's a lot to that, and people are very passionate about that. So you all need to be nice. Don't get all nasty.
It's very true.
So we'll get into that.
On chili, I'll give it to you.
Exactly. All right, and as we wrap it up, one more final bacon bit here. Because of our friends that are out doing their fabulous harvesting of their corn crop.
Yep.
Did you know there is one strand of corn silk for every kernel on an ear of corn?
Gosh, sometimes it seems like there's 20 for every ear of corn. For every kernel on the ear. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Just thought that was kind of there.
I used to try to be real meticulous when I'm shucking corn. And then the first one is really clean. And the last one, it looks like a train wreck. So I just kind of, I just embrace them.
Yeah, whatever. It's all part of nature. It's high in fiber, I guess, right?
Yep. Oh, for sure.
All right. That's going to wrap it up for show number 60 of Bacon in Your Mailbox. We appreciate you joining us. Yeah, it's crazy.
60.
Yeah, which we know we have to go until at least January or February.
Why?
So we can hit 100? No, well, that, yeah. But we've also been told that we may be featured.
Oh, that's right.
We got to wait. Let's don't screw it up. I want to change our mind.
Okay. You're right. So, we got to behave. Okay.
Yeah, we got to behave. Do our best. All right. Thank you again to Stith Family Farms in Painville. Which you can go over there and hug cows if you want.
That's true.
Yeah. They probably will let you do it for free. Ward true. Center, Brian Dennis, thank you. Amazing Glazing Donuts and our friends at Bluegrass Cellular for being our technology sponsor. All right. She is Jana Clark. community admirer, dark fingernail polish wearing, I don't know what else I'm going to go with on that. But anyway, mostly community admirer and my friend.
Sure.
I am Greg Milby, community storyteller, and this has been show number 60 of Bacon in Your Mailbox. Thanks for joining us, Baconites.
Bye, y'all.